Welcome to Celestian Tales, the Old North. This is a game that has just entered beta. It was on Kickstarter, I don't know how long ago exactly, but it's intended to be part of a trilogy that's supposed to span decades. So the characters that we start out with right now in the first part are going to be fairly young, and as things progress, they're going to age, and who knows what the future holds for them in particular. So, I am playing this with an Xbox controller. We have the lore book where we can look up certain things. Like you can see by the dummy description, not everything is finished. Like I said, this is just a beta. So there are some glitches to be found, and sadly the developers here are not first language English, so there are going to be grammatical errors, spelling typos, and the like. They've asked for help spotting those during the beta, so I don't mind. Since this is not a finished product, they get a pass for now. It's only when the game goes live that having those becomes a problem. So let's begin. New game. So here we have to choose which of these 6 characters we want. I haven't actually played this myself to see if it really matters. I know in the earlier demos, it really didn't. So let's go over our 6 characters. Here we have Arya Geraldine. Arya has lived a life of rigid decorum and zealous faith as a daughter of the richest man in the Old North. While the most elegant and ladylike of the playable characters, she is a crusader of the dais before anything else. She believes in one true faith and struggles to understand the concept of tolerance. Number 2 is Lucien Leroux. Leave the balls and dresses for other women. Leroux sits on a saddle at the vanguard. Ever since she was old enough to wield a weapon, Lucien has been forged on the fields of battle. Duty and loyalty are her virtues and vices, as she often stands undecided to whether to follow her conscience or her orders. We have Isaac Goldenlake, who... Can you see my mouse? Yes. So, I'm going to point out something here. A lowborn's life has been decided since birth, struggling just to live another day and then die as nobody. Driven by ambition and hatred for the nobles, Reed clawed his way out of poverty and into the higher ranks. From there he aims to create a better world for the poor, but finds himself gradually turning into those he once despised. So Isaac Goldenlake is his pseudonym. His real name is Reed. He is a little bit of a nefarious character from what I understand. He's supposed to be your assassin type guy. Number 4, Yillian. Bearing stigma as a half-elf, Yillian keeps a positive attitude, though seen by her kin as a living mistake. The cheerful girl is sent to the human realm to find out if she fits better with her other half-kin. As realities confront her naivete... Not really sure how that one is pronounced. I'm more familiar with the naivete version, but... She fearlessly challenges the status quo, questioning why humanity has to be so grim. Number 5 is Camille Reen. Born into a mercantile family, Camille was exposed to the outer realms through stories and lores told in books. Rational and progressive, she embraces novel inventions and radical ideas shunned by society. She dreams of exploring the wonders of the world, but nobility demands her to stay and serve the homeland. And our final character is Renard de la Forêt. So if they actually want to go the whole French route, they need a... Is it a circumflex on the E? Yeah. And then there are also some other accents. Heir the family tasked to guard an ancient forest full of horrible terrors, Renard was raised a hunter. As one of the greatest warriors of his generation, he believes that his role in this world is to fight. However, a knight is expected to be more than a warrior, but also a leader of his people, something Renard has much to learn about. And for those of you that are not French speakers, his name is literally Fox of the Forest. So I imagine this is supposed to be more like French nobility with like Lucien Leroux, Lucien the Red. It's not really Rouge, but what's Leroux? The street? No. Gonna have to think about it. It's been a little while. My French is growing weak, but at least I remember Renard. So we're going to lock in Aria. And I don't know if this is going to be ported to other systems. This was made in Unity. You can't actually see it from your screen, but I can, so It's at least going to be on PC. It might be ported. We'll see. Honored father, beloved sister and brother, what can I help you with? Arya, loyal daughter of mine, hast thou finished thy daily prayer? I have just now, honored father. Why is it that thou ask? And how went thy fencing practice with thy mentor? I am an adept at dueling with the sword. The mentor has concluded so at the end of today's session. Such is certainly good news to hear. And what of thy history lessons? 'Tis as usual, honored father. My understanding has far exceeded the class's subjects. As a pastime, I have taken up reading on my own. I've just finished the founding a few days ago. Excellent, dear daughter. Thy achievements are indeed worthy of the name Geraldine. I would suppose, then, that thou art ready for this task I'm about to give. Beg pardon, honored father, what kind of task might it be? The task of knighthood, dear daughter. Thou art to go to Lentine and serve them as squire. Knighthood, honored father? Am I not joining the ranks of clergymen? I see that thy capabilities are far more useful as a knight, dear daughter. And to chime in for a moment, as the clergy title kind of suggests, Arya does have white magic, at least she did in the other demos, so she can serve as a bit of a healer, even though I think she's supposed to be more like a magic swordsman type. Then would not squiring under the pious paladins of the Belarus be a better choice? Is there something thou wish of me to learn from the wolves to send me so far to Levantine? Indeed there is, daughter, indeed there is. You see, House Belarus has a strong position in their claim to be blade-bearer. They have many candidates in line for the throne, candidates of good upbringing and merit. House Levant, however, there is a reason its lady is mockingly called Sophia the Baron. I see, they have no heir, and thus thou wish to take the seat of Levantine for thyself. No, not for myself, dear daughter, I would never do such a thing. 'Tis for us, dear. With careful planning, the name Geraldine shall rise in power. If 'tis be thy will, father, I shall serve obediently. Blessed am I with wonderful children. With thy help soon we shall be bearers of a sacred sword. Send me news of anything that happens in Levantine, dear. Thou shalt be our eyes and ears. Dear sister, I shall miss thee so. Her name is the cleansing spell from her Shin Megami Tensei. Huh. I cannot imagine seeing thee hurt. Please, take care of thyself for me. I shall send for thee as well, sister. Be well, and listen well to father's words. The road's full of filthy commoners lately, Arya. You should sharpen your blade. Commoners? They aren't even allowed to touch the noble caste. Now those ungrateful creatures are trying to rob us of what is ours? Even thinking about it sickens your stomach, doesn't it? Abel looks kind of unhappy. I'll take you to the harbor, Arya. Who knows, maybe I'll get a chance to swing at them. I shall send for the Levants. You two, prepare thyselves for the journey in a few days. Very well, honored father. I shall miss Godland. Of course you will, sister. You'll be living in Levantine, after all. Have you heard how nobles and commoners live on the same ground there? What a joke! How have those living outside Godland endured such a thing, I wonder? To share the ground we step on with peasants, 'tis just unfathomable for me. Only the houses of Godland are true nobles, sister. That's why only we keep such traditions. The Levants, the Durandals, they're all of impure bloodlines. It's clear from the colors of their hair, darkened by the filth in their lineage, so much unlike our golden strands. Indeed, golden skin and hair prove that we stem from the same hallowed ancestry as Lord Riviere. 'Tis as father said, we are better suited to be blade-bearers than Levants or Durandals. With you slipping in behind the walls of Levantine, we'll right that wrong soon, dear sister. Hey, what are you? Help! And it looks like we have our first battle. Did you hear that, brother? I did. Rejoice, sister. Maybe our entertainment has arrived. Look, it's the Geraldines. Talk about luck. They must be stacked with coins. Hand all your coins now, nobles, and we might let you live. Includes those fancy-looking swords, too. They'll fetch quite a price. Fancy-looking swords, eh? Fine, I'll give mine to you. Where would you like me to put it? In your neck or through your guts? You want to do it the hard way, huh? Get 'em. I don't know if we actually control Abel or not. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to point out a couple things about the battle system here. We have our HP, and then we have our stamina, skill points, or whatever. You'll notice 3 out of 8. This accumulates as you attack, and you spend it to cast your spells. So if we were to go to our skills, we have Heal and Protection. Heal, as it sounds, is a healing move, gives you HP. Protection is a defensive steroid of sorts. You negate the next 3 attacks up to max health. We don't have any items, so stabby stabby. Bandit defense, stabby stabby. Okay, they're making this too easy. Shake! I was kind of expecting to have been charging up his STA for his special move, but I guess not. Stabby stabby. Okay, I'm gonna show off the heal here. I also want to get a feel for how much it actually does. Not bad. Good night. Knife goes in, guts come out. So no EXP or anything unless I somehow skip that screen. Please, sir, mercy. Oh, so now it begs for mercy. After threatening to kill us and take what is ours, no less, does your impudence know no limits? I was only following their orders, sir. Our village is starving. We need to buy something to eat. Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Other villages are doing fine, after all. You should have died a hungry, loyal subject, mongrel. Instead, you will now die a hungry traitor. Brother, this one was but a child, a youngster, perhaps lured into the ways of evil. Thou art a knight and an inquisitor, brother. To murder him, it would put a dent on thy name. You have a point. I certainly don't want to sully my blade with the blood of those not worthy of killing. I have a brilliant idea. How about you do it, Arya? Me? I would propose thee to spare him. You're not a knight yet, aren't you? No oaths, no promises. You can kill him however you want. I cannot, brother. 'Tis not the way it should be. Sweet, sweet Arya. Perhaps reading too many scriptures and staying behind closed walls have made you so very naive. This boy is a subject who attacked his own liege. According to the law of the dais, such a traitor must die, yes? Those are indeed the words of the scriptures, but to kill one who has surrendered... And there's no need to hesitate. Isn't it our duty to ensure the laws of the dais are followed to the letter? I can hear you moving, little boy. If you try to escape, I swear I'll take this horse and chase you down. I'll tie your legs and drag you until we reach the port, then drown you alive. You hear me? Now, where were we? Ah, it's about my naive sister, was it? Knighthood is filled with fighting, dear sister. You will kill someone, sooner or later. Think of this as a training, a test to mark your coming of age, so to speak. I do not think I am ready for such a thing. Fine, then I shall do what I just said and drag him to the harbor. Perhaps, to add a little more taste, he should be filleted before drowned. What do you think? Can you imagine the pain, the agony I will inflict upon him until he screams for death? Abel, please, there's no need to do such a horrible act. Then do it. So, are we going to have to make our first choice here? I'll just count to 5, sister, if he's still alive by then. No, please, I have my sisters waiting for me. I beg you, miss, I'll do anything. I pray so that thou may find peace. Guess we don't make the choice yet. So there are supposed to be points where you have to make choices. The ones I saw advertised were with Reed or Isaac, whatever you want to call him, where you have to choose to let someone live or die. And the choices you make are supposed to impact the future generations, whether or not someone is still alive to do something, what their status is, stuff like that. She's been quiet the whole trip. Yeah, and she looks very ill. Is it seasickness? Maybe. She looks as if she's just on the edge of crying out loud. I don't dare to ask, though. You know how the Geraldines are with commoners. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel bad, but I guess it's safer to just leave her alone. I am sorry. I am truly sorry. And that's Arya's prologue. So now do we jump to another character, or what? Welcome, young ones, to Castle Lentine. Your journey must have been long and tiring, but I ask that you listen to what I have to say. Your parents sent you here so that you can learn under my tutelage. I may not be the best mentor of knightly arts, nor may I be the best in matters of piety. But as one destined as bearer of the sacred sword Garo, I shall do my best to teach you. Camille of the Reen, how is your family? Is Lord Robert in good health? He tries to look like it, my lord, but my father isn't getting younger. I see, I shall send some medicines as a gift for him, then. Your brother, too, earned his knighthood in these halls. I shall temper you on the same path. I hope I can make them proud, my lord. Ah, isn't it Renard from House de la Forêt? Stories of your might precede you. You'll see them firsthand soon, my lord. Your family are unsung heroes that defend the realm, Master Renard. Do you think your own legend can someday rise up to their glory? I wouldn't have agreed to come here if I don't believe so, my lord. What a spirited youngster. I'll expect much of you, kid. Aria of the Godland Geraldines, I was surprised to hear of your coming. I am, after all, far from being the most pious of knights. My lord is too humble. The name Levant owes thee for its praise all over the Old North. Faith comes in many shapes, my lord. Thine great wisdom is one amongst it. 'Tis an honor for me to be allowed to learn under such a man. Well, well, I see Lord Gareth has taught you to be a prodigy in the art of speech. You'll no doubt succeed in the ballrooms, but there's more to knighthood than politics. I understand, my lord. I shall deliver thee my best. Lucien, my, how time has grown you. I heard you just vanquished another band of renegades with your uncle. Is it true? Indeed, my lord. Lord Uncle himself led the skirmish to glorious victory. Lord Uncle, Somehow odd choice for a nickname, don't you think? I'm sorry, my lord. I got used to calling him as such. It's all right, Lucien. A niece is allowed to be fond of her uncle, isn't she? How's my brother-in-law doing? Still as relentless as ever? As is fitting for the finest swordsman in the Old North, my lord. Good then. I hope he shall always stay that way. Young Master Isaac, my deepest condolences regarding the state of the Golden Lakes. I'm not very close with your father, but I shall respect his last wishes and take you in as squire. Thank you, my lord. Is something wrong, my lord? No, something bothering my mind, but I can't seem to put it. I guess I'm just getting old and forgetful. So he suspects already. Poor Reed. Now, this is a rare occurrence indeed. It's not often we see an elf wishing to be a squire. Yet the badge you brought is your father's, you say? Yes, Mother gave it to Lee and said she should show it to you. I know him full well, Ilian. Your father was a good man, and if you are indeed his daughter, then you do have the right to be knighted. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Lee will cherish these days. First of all, though, perhaps I should have you learn how to correctly address nobles. Did Lee say something wrong? No matter. I suppose it will take care of itself later. Knighthood. Such a thing is not a privilege given to those born of noble blood. It is a sacred responsibility, given to us by the heavens and by those who came before us. Some might think that being a noble means being entitled, but that's not all of what it is. Noblesse oblige, the phrase goes. We are nobles not only in titles, but also in duties. If you're not familiar with that phrase, that's nobility obligates. That's basically what Spider-Man's catchphrase, with great power comes great responsibility, is derived from. Your training won't be easy, squires, nor will it be pleasant. This isn't the place for that. I might not teach you how to behave in court, nor how to charge into battle atop a destrier, but I will teach you the most basic and important tenet of knighthood, to perform your duties. Duties to our people, duties to our queen, duties to our realm. These are the things that run our world. Husband dearest, perhaps you should keep this speech brief. These young ones have just traveled far and wide to reach Lentine. I'm sure they need rest. Yes, you're right, dear. Forgive me for the overzealous oratory. I tend to get carried away at times. Perhaps most of the time, husband dear. Let me show them to their rooms so they can rest. Very well, get some rest tonight, squires. Tomorrow you will start your training. Jacques, Leventine's master at arms, shall be your mentor for the day. It will be glorious, a start to your adventures. I have no doubt of that. So once I hit the save point, I'm going to switch over to a different character, and this will be the main branch that I play. A new place to live in, and reading the scriptures is the first thing you do? How diligent. 'Tis merely a habit of mine, Lady Sophia. A few pages a day keeps my doubts away. An admirable habit indeed, dear squire. You're free to walk around the castle and city, but remember to take your rest. Tomorrow your training begins. Show your respect by doing it with your fullest. I understand, Lady Sophia. Good, I shall leave you to your own then. May you find Leventine an enjoyable place. There we go. Will they actually let me swap to characters like this, or do I have to start over? Hello, fellow squire. What can I help you with? Let's do our best in squiring and become knights together. Is there anything up here? Ah, this is the save point, that's right. Okay, so I'm... Hello there, can I help you with something? Many things. Okay, I'm going to jump to the next character, so I will see you there in the next video. The Arya playthrough will be my main. I may do the others depending on how time permits, and I don't know how far through the game I'll go while it's still in beta, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.